Hey there and welcome to Kitchen Counter Crafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And now let's get on with today's video. So I don't know if you're in the same boat as I am, but we are collecting our tax information and getting our taxes ready. And so as a result, we had all these envelopes that, of course, I had my eye on. And so wanted to make sure that we didn't, throw these out. And then I thought, well, what do I do with all of these envelopes? And so the problem that I have in throwing these away is all these beautiful glassine windows that make that lovely crinkle sound. So I wanted to just kind of take a look and see what to do with them. So I just kind of started off by just cutting them and hanging on to that. I also like the postmark for, Oklahoma City and all of that. And then some of those like bills that I had with the glassine envelopes, they come with like a return thing. I pay a lot of bills online, so it wasn't an issue to return stuff. But, I thought, well, this would be kind of cute. And so I just marked that off with a little bit of a coloring page and some gold, and then tried stamping. And then this one I thought turned out really pretty with an antique sewing machine stamp and then another stamp, kind of antique look. And you can actually mail these out with, if they're properly sealed and things like that. But of course you can use these in a junk journal. This one I was just kind of messing around with. So what I think I'm going to do with these is make a long or tall junk journal. So hopefully I'll try to figure out what to do with those. So I just kind of put those aside because honestly, I'm really not sure what I want to do, but I took two of the envelopes and slipped one inside the other to make this folder, and actually kind of glued that one down because they were the return bills. So anyway, so they're going to stay put. But in the meantime, I've got these big ones that don't have a flap. You can't like put one inside the other. So I was trying to figure that out. But one of the things that I did see online, like on Pinterest, was people, the inside print is quite pretty on some of these. And so what they did was they were turning these inside out. And so this is I guess a benefits, my insurance bill. And so it was like this. And so I carefully opened it up. I even managed to kind of pry the envelope open like this because it really wasn't sealed. You can kind of see here, it just was sealed right here. And so I was able to just kind of pry it off. And so then I took that part off because, it was like so. And then I was able to turn that whole envelope to open it up. And of course I don't want any of the writing. And then I was able to make a new envelope. So that would be really a cool pocket to put in a junk journal by itself. Like you could glue this down, cut it off, and even have this as a pocket, which is awesome because you can put it this way as a pocket. Or the coolest part is you can undo the sides and then glue this down. And I thought, well, how would I do that? So I put just a little bit of scrapbook paper that I think I'm going to be able to, oops, didn't even see that. So what I'm going to do is just glue this part down of the flap because at first I was like, well, I don't want this Signa, but then this part has the glue, so you can't have it be upside down and looking like this because that looks, oh, where am I? Okay, back. Okay, not have it onto that because then you're going to even see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, well, why don't I pick this up and show you? Okay. So if I had this way, you can't really, that's really how it's supposed to go. Because if I kind of put this up, it's going to look hideous with this sticky, gluey part. So we want that sticky, gluey part back down. And so then that means I have to glue this in this way. So that's just like, my thought process there. And what I want to do, though, is to be able to close this envelope. So what I'm going to do is just bend and this is not scientific, I'm just bending this down, making a crease so that, and I'm sure that you could use a bone folder or something to make a much nicer, smoother crease, but that's, you know, what you see is what you get here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then that way, when I fold this over, it's gonna go here. So that means this part gets glued down. So I'm actually gonna glue onto the envelope. Trying not to get it on my kitchen counter here, but you know, that's okay. Glue wipes off. That's not a big deal. So what I'm doing then is gluing this here. Okay. So really what you have is kind of a cute little inside part that, you know, whoever the recipient is, they will open it up and it'll look adorable in there. But you had to add that strip of paper because it's otherwise not going to fold over correctly and close up your envelope. So I'm hoping that part makes more sense now. So see, cute, right? And then you just glue this part down, and so I can do that. I mean, there's no magic to that. There we go. And then this side as well. And then that's it. You've got an totally inverted envelope that you can mail out and have really reuse and recycle to the best of your ability here. So since I have some polka dots on the top, I'm gonna put maybe some polka dots on the bottom. Yeah, see, it's not the same if I don't run off in the middle of my deal here. So you can either put some polka dots there, or maybe that's way too big. Oh, maybe just a sticker, some washi tape. That would be really cute. So you know what, I'm gonna just leave it for now to figure out what I wanna do on this closure part, but it's not gonna say Signa on it. But it's super great because now you've got a whole new envelope out of one that really was kind of useless for us. Okay, so now I wanna pay some attention to these envelopes. And so there's a lot of territory, and one of the things I was going to do, because these are bigger envelopes, that's what I mean by territory, so a lot more to cover up and to use, but one of the things I was thinking about is, you know, it'd be cool to just have this as a junk journal, but the problem with just folding that up and having it as a junk journal, either that way or this way, was that all of these pockets ended up on the same side. I don't like that at all. So I was kind of thinking, well, what do I do with it? So let me show you. The one that I used is from Salt Lake. Why is it from Salt Lake? I have no idea. There it is. All right, I'm gonna get these out of the way. So this one is the envelope that I actually decided to kind of experiment on. And this is what I came up with. So I have this part here of the envelope, and I ended up just taking, let's see, this here and this here. So the envelope ended up being kind of taken apart and put into different pieces. And so what I ended up doing with that is I just took my paper cutter, which isn't anything fancy, and I'll do that right here for you. And I just kind of put it down and didn't really measure it out in any particular order. I just wanted to be kind of close to this side, so I got that by itself. So I did that. And what I'm going to do is actually I cut the bottom part and I'm going to flip it this way so that I get some interest to a junk journal. And I think I'm going to just make a junk journal out of these sides. And so that left me with this. And this one is the same exact one as here. And I took some of the napkin that I bought from Hobby Lobby, actually fairly recently. And I just put a little strip down here. So nothing too exciting. And then I made these stickers in a previous video. And so I put a sticker, and this is just like a printed out receipt thing. And I put that in there, and then I tea dyed some 3x5 cards, really messy. But I put some napkin and the same stamp there. And so that kind of ties in this thing as a little pocket. And so you've got those things showing through, and it's really sweet. So you can either, I think my plan is going to be, since I flipped it inside out, I'm going to glue this pocket down, and then I'm going to leave that part open so that it's a pocket within kind of a little pocket. And then the top part of this envelope is just right here. And so I actually decided, since when you make that cut, this will just be open, and I thought that would be a really nice journaling space. And let me show you where I got these butterflies from. This is Dollar Tree wrapping paper. And so I didn't even like fussy cut the butterflies out, but let's see, there it is. It's kind of like that middle butterfly right there. And so if you can tell, there's the wrapping paper part, and I just added a little bit of scrapbook, like scraps, and put that together. And so this is probably going to be either on this side, or I might use it inside like this, or even over here. So these are going to be my little glassine pockets for a junk journal made out of these. And then one more envelope idea real quick, and then again I'll do another video to just kind of show how to put all of these things together. This one was kind of interesting because it has this really ugly it's like AAA print inside. So I don't really want that print to show. So what I did was I cut it the same way. You know, it had the two windows like this. And there's the envelope there. It says important. You can kind of see how that goes together. So I did the same thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some of this together here, because I thought this was probably going to come together nicely. So I have some stationery paper that has an O on the top and this, but I thought the O made a really nice frame for this sardine label. So I don't know if that looks familiar to anybody, but you know, they're sardines. And so I just saved the box, and the label just fits right into the O, and it looks so cute. And so I cut the bottom part, and I just kind of rounded out the corner. And now I'm going to just slip that in. And I thought that kind of added really a nice interest to it. So in my junk journal, I will probably, I don't know if I'm going to open this up entirely or not. So I'm not going to put this pocket way at the bottom. But what I will do is kind of glue it up a little bit above. So I'm going to grab my glue here and put a line here. And then, you know, sometimes in junk journaling, it's just little tiny details that you put down. So kind of like the rounded edge here, that kind of indicates that, yes, that is a pocket, and yes, you are doing something with it. So this will be here. And if I end up deciding to make it into a page, I'll probably just fold this paper down or something like that. So this is now like a pocket within a pocket. So I'll show you, let's see, grab another piece of paper. So you can fit that in there. And actually I left this part open so that if you wanted to put something else there. But the nice thing is that this kind of covers up that A. I could actually even glue this down so that you can put other things in there, but I kind of like being able to take stuff in and out. So that's there. I wanted to leave this part open, and one of the things that I kind of picked up, and I don't remember which video it was, but one of the things you can do is just take your 1/4 inch round circle punch and just find the center somewhere. And if you just do a half, it'll make a little thing here to indicate that you have a pocket. So that's also just this, you know, quick tip. All right, so on the back part of this, what I'm going to do, or I have done already, is I took that that other piece, and again, it has those annoying A's in it, but I decided to kind of leave this open, and I'm going to put a little journaling spot here. I don't know with what. You know what? There's a little part of this here. So I think I'm going to just maybe tear up a little piece of this. There we go. And so I'm just going to glue that down really fast. I don't know if I don't have my camera in the right spot today or what's the deal. Just kind of off camera a lot. There we go. And then you have this part, and then this folds over, and this is right here. And I have no idea what that is. Just a little bit of glue that got on there, which I'll have to kind of distress ink and put that together. So on this one, I wanted it to show this little, I don't know, that part right there. I also wanted to show this because one of the things I saw online with a lot of different junk journaling videos on how to recycle the bill envelopes was where they just, I mean, they completely covered up that entire bill envelope, and you couldn't even tell what it was. And I don't necessarily, I mean, I guess you could do that. Personally, I like knowing what the origin was, like what is being used in this junk journal. I think it's kind of adds some interest to it. Maybe it's just me. And there's some more black pieces of something. What am I getting all over this? Is it ink? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, I'm going to mess with that later. And I guess it just adds to my distressed look. So this is just a little kind of a folder with a pocket here. And then if you flip it, there's a pocket here. So obviously we don't want to glue this down. So I guess I already made that decision for myself that you are not gluing this down. So here we go. I'm going to just cut this part. And now, voila, I've got this open. So now I don't know what I'm going to do in here yet, but you know, it's fine. It'll be good, whatever ends up happening. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and then join me for the next one where I put a junk journal together using these, and then hopefully making some signatures out of this. So hope you enjoyed it and got some ideas. Save those tax envelopes. Until next time, bye.